We return to the Egyptian Heaven and Hell by E.A. Wallis Budge, Volume 2, the short form of the book Tuat and the Book of Gates. And before I tell you what chapter this is, I guess I should see. This was originally published in 1905. And chapter 2 is the gate of Akha and Maat, the 7th division in the Tuat. The boat of the sun, having passed through the 6th division of the Tuat, arrives at the gateway which leads to the 7th division. This gateway is similar to that which guards the 6th division and is guarded by 9 entities who are described as the 7th company. And that moon-looking symbol, Tet. And you have the number 7. At the entrance to the corridor, and at its exit, stands a bearded entity with its arms hidden. The former called Shippy, and the latter Hex, and is said to extend his arms and hands to Ra. The corridor is swept by flames of fire as before. The gateway is called Pusdeet, and the text says, "This great entity cometh to this gateway and entereth in through it, and the entities who are there and acclaim him." Part of the text of the speech with the 9 demons. The speech which the 9 demons read to Ra. Part of the text of the speech which the 9 demons make to Ra is broken away. But what remains reads, "Open the secret places, open the holy pylons, and unfold the hidden portals." Okay, that would be Natri, Shita, Wanaka, Suxt, Berperseit, Sunish, Na. Okay, what's that sound? Shita. The monster serpent which stands on its tail and guards the gateway is called Achin Yurte. Yeah, Akha and Maat. Okay, so the gate is Achin Yurte. And the 2 lines of text which refer to the admission of Ra read, "He who is over this door openeth to Ra, Sa saith to Achin Yurte, open thy gate to Ra, and fold thy doors to Kutte, that he may send light into the thick darkness, and may make his radiance illuminate the hidden habitation. This door is shut after the great entity hath passed through it, and there is lamentation to those who are in the gateway when they hear this door close upon them." A portion of the text is mutilated, but it can be restored with certainty. In the middle of the division, we see the boat of Ra being towed on its way by the 4 entities of the Tuat. The entity is in the same form as before and stands in the shrine enveloped by Mahin. And, Mahin is the serpent. Saw stands in the bows, and Akha at the stern. And the text reading relating to the entity reads, and okay, there's a variation of Ach Re versus Achen Yurte. An Achre and an Achre has the has a snake with it. And the fragments of the 7th division of the Tuat from the cover of the sarcophagus of Seti the First is like that. See what's going on, consider its meaning beyond what it's saying, and the fragments of the text, again from the sarcophagus of Seti the First. Boat of Ra being towed through the 7th division of the Tuat by the entities thereof, and just like sigils, you might want to consider meaning beyond simply what it looks like, but what it looks like is and this text reads, the demons of the Tuat tow along this great entity, and they say unto Ra, thou art towed along, O great God, Lord of the hours, who dost work on behalf of those who are under the earth. The gods have life in his attributes, and the spirits look upon his form. And Ra saith unto them, there is magical protection to you, O ye who tow, and there is holiness to you, O ye who tow, and bring me into the nethermost parts of the Tuat. Tow ye me along until at the chambers, and take ye your stand upon the hidden mountain of the horizon. So the Shayateen Minal Jinn, a lot of them treat each other as if they're the real gods. In front of the divine towers of the boat marched 12 bearded entities, the Yemen, Nun, Wu, Aya, Karu, Shata'u, whose hands and arms are hidden, and they are described as the hidden of hands and arms possessing hiddenness. A text relating to them reads, These are they who possess the hiddenness of this great entity. Verily those who are in the Tuat see him, and the dead see him, who burn in Het Ben, the temple of Ra. And they come forth to the place where is the body of this entity. Ra saith unto them, receive ye my forms, and embrace ye your hidden forms. Ye shall be in Het Ben, the place where my body is. The hiddenness which is in you is the hiddenness of the Tuat, and cover ye your arms therewith. And they say unto Ra, let thy soul be in heaven, and at the head of the horizon. Let thy shadow penetrate the hidden place, and let thy body be to the earth. As for the upper regions of the sky, we ascribe to Ra therein. Fulfill thou thyself, and take thou thy place with thy body in the Tuat. Their food consisteth of offerings of every kind, whereby the souls become content, and offerings are made unto them upon earth by reason of the sight of the light in the Tuat. The black light, right? The colors of the other realms. The afterlife, where we're just in a realm of pure spirit now. The Janut the Malakut, the Lahut, even, the spiritual side of the Nasut. The lights and the forms are different there. And in a way, the spirits do, they do eat the jinn, but their way of eating is not so physical because they're not incarnate in bodies of clay. So we have 8 bearded entities called the Tuat, who stand upright, their hands upon their sides, and are described as the entities of the temples. Tuat Tete Per. Okay. And the 8 entities, the Sanu, who stand upright, with their arms held straight together in front of them, at a little distance from their bodies. The text which refers to them reads, this gesture, that adoration gesture. But here are the 12 entities with hidden hands and arms. And, so consider what's being said and what it might mean beyond what is being said. And, okay, the company, I don't remember what the word is. So, Manan, Ya, Ra, Ga, Aya, Tama. Okay. I thought maybe there was the names, but those... Well, those could be the names, but let's see if we have... Okay. The text that refers to them reads, but there's the 8 Churu Hete and 4 of the Senu entities. And let's show you what that looks like before I move on here. These are they who are outside Hutbanban, and they see Ra with their eyes, and they enter into his secret images, which is theirs apportioned, and the Sanu entities bring it. Ra saith unto them, My offerings are from your offerings, and my nourishment is from your nourishment, which is to you, O ye who are in my secret places. I protect my secret things which are in the Hutbanban. Hail to you, your souls live, and their offerings are the offerings of Akha. Tuat saith unto them, O ye entities who dwell in the Tuat, and who are in the vine of the governor of the Yimit, to whom what is their due given upon their grounds, who lie down upon their own lands, your own flesh is to you. Ye have gathered together your bones, ye have knit together your members, and ye have collected your flesh. There are moreover sweet winds to your nostrils, and you have girded on your apparel, and ye have put on your wigs. In the upper register are the Kuru Matau, each of whom holds a stake or weapon forked at one end, and they are described as those who hold the Matau weapons. Oh. Crew. Mat-A-U. Okay. Crew Mat-A-U. You know, that weaving loom thing. And the text that refers to them says, Ra saith unto them, receive you your Maat-The weapons, and take ye them with you. Hail to you against the serpent fiend Mamu. Hail to you, make ye gashes in him, when the heads appear from out of him, and turn ye him backwards. They say unto Ra, our Maat-The weapons in our hands are for Ra against Mamu, and we will make gashes in the great and evil worm. O Ra, do away with the heads when they come forth from their windings of the serpent. These are the entities who are in the boat of Ra, and they repulse up in the sky, and they travel through the Tuat. It is their duty to turn back up on behalf of Ra and the Yementet and the places of the Tuat, and this entity allotteth to them their provisions of bread and their beers of the Jesert drink, and their libations are of cool water, and their offerings are made unto them upon the earth, because they repulsed the enemy of Ra and Yementet. And the crew Maat-The. That might be the way to pronounce it. If the horn is a so crew Maat-The instead of the H being at the end there. But see those entities. But remember Mumu, Mamu, which I'll verify the pronunciation here. Remember we have Tiamat, Abzu, Mumu from the Egyptian, not the Egyptian, the Sumerian Trinity. And okay, we have against the serpent fiend Mamu. Mau. Okay. So it is pronounced a little bit wrong here, but... And we have the Maat-The. Maat-The. So it's different here. We have M-A-A-T-H-A-U. Oh, an H. Okay, so that... Okay, it does have an H. So we have Maat-The. Okay, against Mau. The entities Kru, Amu, Peru, Tepum, Kambuf, and the monster serpent Sebe-Apep, the body of which is held above the ground by 12 bearded entities who are described as those who have food when their heads appear from his fold. And, okay, let me see what spelling of Apep is here. So we have Mau. Oh, we have a different spelling of the serpent. But we should have Fa Pep. Yibbe. So the Apep of the heart. Okay, I forgot about that variation. Did I include it in my Apep, the new alt-left snake? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But these entities are called Kru, Amu, Per, U, Tepum, booth. So we got the, okay, the crew, Maat-The entities, and the crew Maat-The entities again. And they're holding the weaving loom instead of it being separate, but we have that there. What is being said, and what does it mean beyond what is being said? Let me tilt it towards the light there a bit. And food, when their hands appear from the fold, 12 human heads grow out from his body, and the first appearing from his head, and the other 11 from his back. The text which reads to them, which relates to them, reads, remember the Sitra Atri, the other side. So 1 of this world and 11 of the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These are they who are the adversaries of his twofold evil, and who overthrow the enemies of Ra, and it is their duty to seize the Sbe fiend when he maketh heads to come from him. Ra saith to them, turn ye back, Sbe, make ye to go backwards, Pep, when the heads appear from out of him, and let him perish. Ra oreth for him his destruction, O heads. Ye shall be eaten, ye shall be eaten, ye shall be consumed when ye shall come forth from him. Ra oreth for them when they come forth from that they shall be consumed in their folds when he journeyeth to them, and that the heads shall retreat within their folds. The worm Phau shall be without eyes, and he shall be without his nose, and he shall be without his ears, and he shall exist upon his roarings, and he shall live upon that which he himself uttereth. The food consists of offerings upon earth. And there's an uprighted bearded mummy form called Khan, and Khan has attached to its neck 2 ropes, which are twisted together symmetrically, and each are grasped by 12 bearded men with both hands. Each entity stands within a loop formed by the 2 ropes, and has a star before him. The entities are described as those who hold the rope which cometh forth. Ker, Ru, Ma, Nen, U, Per, 3 R's in a row. That's kind of not easy. Before the text are the words Yamar, Abau, Mama, Nanu, Yimeth. And the text reads, well, there's a lot of illustrations, so let's look at some of those. The serpent Sebe Apep, with the 12 human heads which grow out of his body, and his 12 attendant entities. And let's look at them all, shall we? Consider what it says. Consider what it means beyond what it says. And we have some names here, which I believe we have seen. Rerper is one of them. Very simple names sometimes. Oh, well, I guess more something else being said. But the entity Khan and the other entities who hold the ropes important to show that bit there. Oh, and the other and the rest of the entities who hold the ropes. Whatever spiritual path you're on, hold to the ropes. The enemy of Ra cometh forth from the Tuat. Offering shall be made unto the entities of that whereby I exist under the trees. Seize ye the ropes, and tie ye there with the mouth of Akha. Your hours come forth, and there is benefit to you therein. Rest ye upon your throne, and let the rope enter into the mouth of the entity Akha. When he cometh to the place wherein the hours are born, Ra crieth out, and it resteth in its place, and maketh an end to Anak. And they say unto Ra, the entity Nak is tied up with the rope. The hours of the entities are to thee, O Ra, with light. Rest thou, and thy hidden body. Their provisions of loaves and bread are to them. Their beer is start, and their libations are of cool water, and their offerings are made to them upon earth. And Tuat personified there. And let's flip back here and see if we can knock. So there is an entity called Akha, and there's Akha again. What else was I looking for? Oh, well, I guess I'll get to that. Okay, an entity leaning on its staff and leaning upon a long staff. His name is Tuat. The serpent, Nahup, the long body of which is made to serve as biers for 12 entities in mummified form. The serpent's body is provided with 24 legs of lions, and a mummified entity rests over each pair of them. These entities are described as those who are in the body of Osiris asleep. So, Yasir is definitely said there, and those who are in inactivity. And Yim-U Ba-Gi, the 4 entities with the arms outstretched together before him at an acute angle with his body. The legend of Ka Sut Ta Root. And that would mean Yamu Kot Yasir Chadud-Eu, are those who are in the body asleep, and those of inactivity. Oh, I said that one. The entities who are asleep in the body of Osiris. And let's consider what it says and what it might mean otherwise. And we have and the 4 Kastarut entities, and then we're going to have an entity in a mummified form, a serpent in the round pool of fire, and 4 kasta root entities. And let's look at that again. Well, oh, I left that guy out over there. And so there's 4 entities: a serpent within a circle filled with water, an entity in mummified form, and the text relating to these read, "The entity Tuat saith unto them, Hail, O ye entities who are over the Tuat, O ye entities who dwell in this, as the governor of Yementet, who abide permanently on your places and who lie down upon your couches, lift up the flesh of your bodies and gather together your bones and gird up your members and bring ye into one place your flesh. There is sweet air for your nostrils. Loose and take off from your funeral swathings, untie and remove your wigs, unclose your eyes and look ye at the light therewith. Rise ye up from out of your inert and helpless state and take possession of yourselves in the field of the sixth Numbat Hatapu, the field, Lord of offerings. There are fields for you in this field, and the waters thereof are for you. Let your offerings be there, and fields from Numbat Hatapu. Their libation shall be of water. It is the serpent Nahap, who giveth their bodies and their souls and their journeys on to Yaru, who have dominion over the libations and to walk over the earth, and they count up their flesh. Their food is of bread cakes, and their drink of ale, and their libations are of water. Offerings are made unto them upon earth, as the entity Sah, who resteth upon the ground. These are they who are in the circuit of this pool. There is a serpent living in this pool, and the water of the pool is of fire, and the entities of the earth and the souls of the earth cannot descend thereto by reason of the flames of fire of this serpent. And this great entity, who is the governor of the Tuat, liveth in the waters of this pool. And I guess I better figure out the entity. Is it Sah? I mean Sah or Sah?